bee's knees is one of my favorite cocktails, but it has a problem. Honey has a lot of calories and sugar in it. In this video, we're going to be making the bee's knees two ways. One with real honey, and one with a sugar-free honey substitute. At the end of the video, I'm going to do a blind taste test to see if I can tell the difference and if it's worth the swap. This is a very simple cocktail that uses 3 ingredients. You'll need a London Dry gin. We're using Beefeater because it's 40% ABV. A lot of the other gins you find in your stores, like Tanqueray or Hendrick's, are higher proof, which means they have more calories. You'll need lemon juice. For this video, we are using a bottled lemon juice by Santa Cruz because in the last video we made, which we'll have a tag to here, we found out that this was the best bottled version. And finally, we're going to need a honey syrup. That's when you add honey and water together, and it's so simple, we're gonna do it right now. In my opinion, the best way to make honey syrup is to use a kitchen scale. It's super important because the reason we make honey syrup is to make it easier to pour. Does that look easy to pour?
No.
No, that's why we're gonna make a syrup out of it. For my bee's knees, I prefer a 2-to-1 syrup. That is a little bit less honey than other recipes will use. However, this version will still be under 200 calories. So even if you don't like the version that uses the substitute, this version still fits our channel requirements. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to pour in the amount of honey that you plan on using. I have my scale tailored. And since this is 2-to-1, all you gotta do...
Oh my.
I knew you were gonna say that, so I said... Since it's 2-to-1, it's really easy to get the ratio of water because all you're gonna do is take the amount of honey you poured in and divide it by 2. It's gonna be half the amount. We're using 70 grams, so we're going to need half of that in hot water. I think it would probably be best to use purified water and then boil it up or something, but you know, we're home bartenders, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna use hot tap water and it's gonna be fine. So I use 70 grams, which means I'm going to need 35 grams of hot water. Does this look cool?
No.
Sup? Okay, so now I'm gonna add 35 grams of hot water.
Honey.
Gonna get a copyright strike. How accurate that was. Alright, so you can see here that the water on top is separating. So I'm gonna give it a good shake. Okay, so now we're just gonna do the same process for this. This says it's a 1-to-1 replacement for honey, so I'm going to assume I do the exact same process, so I'm gonna do that now. So a honey syrup is a very simple and straightforward thing to do. But now, the only thing left to do is to make the drink. So, let's make a bee's knees. You'll need 2 ounces London Dry gin, 3/4 of an ounce 2-to-1 honey syrup, and 3/4 ounce lemon juice. Add ice to your shaker, and shake for 10 seconds. Will he get it first try?
Hey. Alexa, play Jump in the Cadillac.
Then you'll double strain into a coupe glass. How does that feel? It feels good. Now, I'm not going to taste it yet because I'm going to do the blind tasting at the end, but my wife is going to be providing us tasting notes.
Ooh.
What?
I just like got wobbly. From smell, it's very lemon, and it has a really nice sweet aroma, almost like a honey smell.
Oh,
I wonder what's in it.
yeah. Going in for the sip.
It is quite sour.
It's still quite sour?
Second sip is not bad. So you just have to get used to it.
So this is actually an important thing. This is a 2-to-1 syrup, which means it's a little bit less sweet than typical. The typical usage is 3-to-1. Do you feel like you needed more honey to make that more balanced, or do you think it's still a good sweet to tart ratio?
I actually think it's a nice balance. You need to go into it knowing that it's a sour drink.
Of course.
My first sip, I looked like a volcano about to erupt.
Yeah, I can help you. It about looks like that.
See, my thing is about this honey is that it tastes weird. But it also just tastes like if you tried to make lemonade with honey.
What do you mean it tastes weird?
I don't know if it's just the way honey tastes. Maybe I'm thinking in my brain about maple syrup.
That is definitely a different thing.
So maybe I just expected maple syrup and I tasted honey instead. So I think this is a good drink. I already feel my neck relaxing.
It's good.
That's a good sign, I think. Maybe if the goal is to drink is to relax, you know? After like 2 sips, I feel the relaxation. It doesn't have too much of a burn. I would rate it, just because I'm not really a sour girly, I would rate it a good 7 out of 10. I think somebody who would enjoy sour probably would rate it higher.
You already saw the recipe, so we're gonna go ahead and make it with the sugar sub, and then we'll give you the tasting notes right after this.
But I would say it looks more like a lemon drop.
It also kind of feels like it's a little less see-through.
It does feel cloudier, more cloudy.
Strange.
It smells pretty much the same.
Mm.
It's fainter, it's not as strong as the actual honey,
Okay.
but it smells like honey. I would almost want to say I like this more. I think it loses some sweetness.
Really?
Like, it feels more balanced. It's not as harsh on my tongue. It almost feels more savory to me. It doesn't taste as sour, but it doesn't taste as sweet either. So I don't know exactly what that means. I actually lied. I don't like it as much.
Right off the sip, it's pretty good, but then it devolves into something less natural.
I would say so. The first sip was good, and then it kind of dissipated. Whereas the one with real honey feels consistent, I would say. At the top, I would probably rank it the same, but now I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. And this would probably be a good option for somebody who wants like a bee's knees and is like hypoglycemic, can't have sugar. You know? For me, it's not my favorite. I don't want to be biased though. So I'm interested to see what you say.
All right, I got the eye mask on. I can't see. The glasses are actually helping holding it to my face, so I can't even see like below the nose. So my wife is going to hand me one. Okay, first of all, I'm definitely getting more alcohol than usual, which should have been expected because we lowered the sweet and sour ratio, but like I'm just getting a lot of gin. You know, I'm not sure I'm getting like a lot of honey at all, actually. I can tell that there's citrus in it, obviously. I smell the alcohol from the gin, but I'm not sure about the juniper and pine notes and stuff. It's mostly lemon for me. For that reason, I want to say this is the substitute because I feel like the honey floral flavor would be more pronounced. If I were to give it a rating, I think I would be somewhere around what you said, like a 7. Number 2 is coming in. This one is almost like more powerfully gin. You need like cool water vibe. So I hope this isn't the natural one, I guess, but okay. Totally different. I'm having a hard time deciding in the good way or the bad way though.
You look so goofy right now.
It's like there's more flavor to this one, but I couldn't tell you what. Like, I think I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I think I imagined a more earthy kind of natural sweet flavor. I just don't know. This one has more flavor. For that reason, I think I'm going to say this is the natural. I can't say I like it anymore though. I actually don't really like either, which riddled me that one. I've had bee's knees and I've really liked them in the past, so we used a different honey before. I don't know, maybe like the type of honey is important for the flavor profiles or whatever. Help.
Well, the one to your left is the artificial honey.
Okay.
You got them right.
Okay. I got it right, but I don't know if it really matters too much. So, okay, we're going in with expectations. I know this is fake honey. Let's see if that changes my perception or whatever.
You don't like it.
I actually think this one's easier to drink.
That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
At first I was like, and then I was like,
Before I used to use an ounce each of honey syrup and lemon, but I used a smaller concentration of honey syrup. I did a 1-to-1. So I think I'm used to the 2-1-1 format. I think with this format where it's 2 ounces of spirit, 3/4 of sweet, 3/4 sour, I feel like it's too spirit forward. And I know that's silly because it's not like a Manhattan or a martini that's 100% alcoholic ingredients. It wasn't like super burning, but I feel like there was just so much flavor from the alcohol that it made it less enjoyable to me. I really like the 2-1-1 ratio for my sours, and I think that's what I'm going to recommend moving forward.
So maybe it's good for gin enjoyers?
Yeah, if you're really into gin, I think either one would be fine. And honestly, the honey substitute was pretty good. I can't even lie.
I feel like the honey substitute was pretty spot on. If for whatever reason you're looking for a lower calorie option, or if you have health conditions that say, you know, you can't have full sugar, I think that 0 sugar honey is almost exactly the same.
I think obviously the type of honey is going to matter a lot. I think this drink actually might benefit from trying out different types of honey. I'm just like unimpressed by the flavor of this honey. The honey that we had before, I think worked a lot better. This specific honey smells very like potpourri to me.
What do you mean by potpourri?
Like bathroom.
Was it poopsie?
Yeah. They actually smell pretty similar.
This one smells to me like candles. They say like honey and whatever.
A candle that's scented like honey.
Yes.
That's interesting. Like more artificial, obviously. You know, it's not real honey. I think the fact that they made it that good is pretty impressive because it's not honey. Well, if you got value out of this video, hopefully you'll leave a like and maybe even subscribe. We also have other low-calorie recipes in the description and on the screen. And as always, salud.
Salud.
Happened to me this time.
Oopsie.